Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. I don't, you know what? Hold on one second. Okay, y'all, let me know if y'all can hear me. For some reason, my what's the name's not working. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I don't know what's going on. Hey, everybody, let me know if you guys can hear me. Y'all can? Okay, cool. I'm gonna turn this fan off too. Hey, everybody, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing well. Um, I'm of course gonna speak to you all. We're gonna lay down some ground rules and then we're gonna keep it pushing. I am not in the mood for any foolishness today. Mods, you have my permission to go ahead and block and goodbye. I don't have it in me today. Um I don't. I just don't have it in me today. So Jackie and whoever else was up in here yesterday with that foolishness, I'm not doing it today at all. Just I don't want to be no. Just go on. Okay. Um First of all, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all of you all for the prayers. A lot of you all are sending personal DMs, and I want to say thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. And that's we're gonna open up the show with that, so that people will understand why I feel the way that I do about these DV situations. So again, good morning to everybody. I'm gonna speak and then we're gonna get into it. Um, all right. Um, Good morning, Faith. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning, Demi Bell. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, here are the rules. Be polite, respectful, no all caps or excessive use of emojis, and no mentions of any CCs in the chat, please, if they're not here. Good morning, Pamela. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, MC Gitchy. Happy birthday to you. I really hope and pray that you have the most wonderful day ever today. Cece, good morning. Good morning. Hope you are doing well. Mama V, good morning. I hope you are doing well. Committed to the journey. I hope you are doing well this morning. Thank you, IPV, for being here. Hope you are doing well this morning as well. Um, Miss Vicky, thank you so much. I love you more. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thames, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Yumina, good morning. I hope you are doing well as well. Carla, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Queen Sag, good morning to you. Charlotte, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. TK, good morning to you. I hope you are doing well. Thank you, Terry, for being here. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Um, Precious Jewel, good morning. Good morning. Um, God's child, good morning. Good morning. Hope you are doing well. Let me see. Yes, block fingers activated this morning. I just don't have the energy. Juan, good morning, good morning. Ham Sandwich, good morning to you. Big Queen Ish, good morning to you. Brittany, good morning to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, get them out quickly. You'll be in and out. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I understand that y'all working and stuff, so I appreciate y'all. Black women in the building, good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Mama Bees, good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Michelle, good morning. Tay Tay, good morning. Chronicles of Kim K, good morning. Purple Queen, good morning. Good morning. The Innocent Instigator, good morning. Good morning. And let's see. MAF, good morning. Thank you so much for your absolutely. Thank you so much for your prayers. I do appreciate it. Your boy is exhausted, if I'm honest. To be real, good morning. How are you? Missy, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. And Rayleigh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, exit stage left, honey. God bless you on your journey, on your way out the door. All right, so I'm gonna put this up in case if you guys did not catch the live that I did about 2 hours ago. Um, All right, so let's get into it really quick. I didn't even monetize this video because I know that YouTube is super sensitive, and I'm definitely probably going to slip up and say some words in here. Y'all, I'm fucking angry. I'm angry. I'm angry. And it is not a bone in my body that I'm angry. I am so angry. I'm angry. Every time I think about this, it just does not sit well with me. And y'all, I am a advocate for DV. And I will never be okay with DV in the least bit. Never. So when I say I'm angry, I am angry. And I really pray that God changes my heart for this weekend because I'm angry. I'm angry. Okay, so yesterday after I got off of the live with you guys, I had um I had received a notification that the guy who unalived my sister only received 7 years. And I'm pissed because you took somebody away from us that did not deserve this. She did not deserve this whatsoever. My heart hurts for her babies. And as I said earlier in the live, her son is nonverbal. He's 14 years old. And I I cannot wrap my mind around this. It just seems so unfair. The justice system literally fails us every freaking day because 7 years is not enough. I want this man in hell. So I'm just gonna read this really quick and then I'm gonna move on. But I'm angry. Um, okay, so let me read this post and then I'm gonna move on. I decided to share this because I was gonna keep it to myself, and I said, no, I think you need to share this because being an advocate for people who are in these type of situations is so important. And I know it's so much easier said than done to tell people to have a plan and to get away and to do all of these things. Like, it's hard to do that, right? It's so much, again, easier said than done. And so I didn't get any sleep last night, and I I I just I had to ask God to give me something to like give me a peace of mind to just at least state my feelings, right? So as you guys can see here, I put up here, I said I was going to keep this to myself, and then I realized that it needs to be heard because I know I'm not the only one that this could have. I mean, I know I'm not the only one, and this could help someone else. And I said that I still have butterflies in my stomach. I feel like someone is like kicking me in my stomach or stomping on my stomach right now. I just don't feel anything. Like, it's a horrible feeling, right? Yesterday, the man who unalived my sister and left her for her sons to find her unalive. Now, I will go ahead and tell you guys this. It's a gruesome detail, right? He did pow her, and he did it while the boys' bedroom door was open and while they were playing a video game. So they heard their mom. They heard. So I said yesterday, the man whom unalive my sister and left her sons to find her was sentenced after hearing every gruesome detail about how he stalked and harassed her. I couldn't wrap my mind around this sorry son of a bitch being sentenced to 7 years with the possibility of parole. I guarantee you I will never miss not one parole hearing. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? My family, we not missing one parole hearing. Not one. We not missing it. We not gonna miss it. We not gonna miss it. So I said that he took an angel away from us. And that's it. I know these things happen a lot, and we consistently talk about the injustices that we receive. But I would never be okay with domestic violence, and I'm never gonna not speak up about it. I'm never not gonna advocate. So I'm angry, guys. I am. And that's why I said today I'm not for the trolls. I'm not for these people coming up in here playing with me today. I'm not here for it. I'm not. So I just ask that you guys please keep me and my family in your prayers because we need it. We need it. We need it. And so I'm just here to tell y'all that I am gonna be that one that continues to speak out about these type of situations. So I appreciate y'all for the prayers. And please understand, I'm gonna work through this out with my therapist, but right now I'm pissed. I'm angry, and I'm angry. I'm very angry. But y'all, thank you so much for the prayers and understanding. We're gonna get into the show. We're gonna go ahead and get into the show. I'm gonna play the bishop a couple times just to get myself together, and then we're gonna come back and we are going to get into what it is we are here for. All right, give me just a minute, and I'll be right back, guys.
Present you as he turns this great leader, with Apostle Lamar Miller Whitehead. Come on. Present you as he turns this great leader, with Apostle Lamar Miller Whitehead. Come on. Present you as he turns this great leader.
All right, y'all. We're back. Again, I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all of you all for just really being, some of you really do care. And I just want to say I appreciate it. Some of you all really do have a heart. And I want to say thank you. I do appreciate y'all, okay? Does your nephew need or want anything for Christmas, um, it's a good idea. Unfortunately, I hadn't got that far, but I will create maybe a list or something for y'all. I appreciate y'all though. I really do. Also, if you trust me, you can always bless the Cash App, and I'm gonna make sure I take care of him. He's my heart, y'all. Like, um, one thing that I will say is that he's so he don't really fool with my other siblings. He don't really fool with my other siblings. He really honestly only fool with me, and it's just I'm laughing because he is such a joy to my heart. He really is. And so I will definitely be again, like I said, I can set up an Amazon wish list, figure out some of the things that he wants. If you guys want to do it that way, or if you guys would like the Cash App, you guys can do that either way. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for the love. I appreciate it. All right, let's get into the show, child. Now, I know I didn't put them on the thumbnail, but y'all, Remy Ma and Pat Poose is going back and forth on the internet, okay? I mean, I ain't had it set up for my day. Like, I didn't think that this was going to be the thing. Actually, while I was up last night, I had got on Instagram, and Gossip in the City was the first post that I saw in regards to this. And I was like, Lord Jesus. Remy and Papoose, they is airing each other out for filth. Okay, when I say airing each other out for filth, they are airing each other out for filth. Okay. Uh, he just posted something else. Jesus, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to catch up because this is crazy. This is crazy, man. Here we go. Oh my God, the neighborhood talk is literally nothing but Papoose and Remy Ma on the first 6 lives. Hold on, let me put it up here. Good morning to everybody. If I didn't get a chance to speak to you, I just want to say thank you again for being here. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna just tell y'all, based on the things that I've seen so far, y'all, I can't ride with Remy on this one. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't ride with you on this one, Remy. I can't ride with you on this one, sis. I can't. I can't ride with you on this one, sis. This man held you down. This man held you down. And by the sound of it, it sounds like you may have stepped out first, right? So I don't know, Remy. Really said no, he been cheating. I mean, it's possibly. I don't know though. I can't rock with Remy on this one. I can't rock with Remy on this one. I don't know. And maybe again, I haven't seen everything thus far, but that's why she mad. But did he say she stepped out first? No, that's not the case. Well, listen. Here's what I would say. We're gonna do a separate video on this where we can break it all the way down to the T because I am very much interested. I think a lot of people are very much interested. He said that she had multiple boyfriends. She came out and said that she only had one, she only a one boyfriend type of woman, and all of this. So we're gonna break it down. We're gonna break it down, and we'll do it in a separate video. That way I can really focus on what's being said because I didn't see the last 2 posts that was made. Remy started it with the fake Pap. He talked about how the real Pap held her down when she was in jail. Girl, bye. Yeah, I think a lot. Some people ain't really feeling Remy on this one. And the comments are in between, in my opinion. The comments are in between, but some people are saying absolutely we're riding with Papoose on this one. So we'll get into it a little bit later on where we can really get in it. All right. Okay, y'all. So let's get into why we're here. Why we're here. So I've been doing this throwback thing, where we go back and we look at interviews and we just kind of see. It helps us what we know now to review these interviews and see things in a different light, right? So that's my purpose of doing it. Well, I want to, and I've been saying I was going to do this for a long time, but I want to discuss and recap the Carlos King and Melody interview, not the podcast, but the interview that they did virtually uh prior to the podcast. Okay. So we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna let it play. And of course, I'm gonna give commentary as well. I know some of y'all don't like Carlos King voice, but baby, we're here because we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. Okay, we got to. So let's get into it. And to the people who will be upset about this, honey, find you something else to be upset about because it ain't that deep. Just go on somewhere. Okay. All right. So let's get into this. That ain't it. Oh Lord, did it give me a chance to go take care of my nose? When you be crying, honey, the nose get the stuffed up. Okay, let me see. Here we go.
Average husband is back, baby. So
Raindrop!
love and average husband is back, baby. So of course, I am going to do a weekly recap on this podcast, and I could not have asked for a better first guest than my girl, producer of Love and Marriage, Huntsville, baby, a singer, an entrepreneur, a model, a clothing designer, a skincare owner. Melody, what is it that you don't do, child? So, of course, I'm talking about the queen, honey, Melody Shari.
What's up? Hey, Carlos. What's up, raindrops? Raindrops.
Drizzle
Yes.
drops.
Hey, raindrops, and hey, millimeter. So,
Hey, millimeter. That's right.
now, before we get started, now y'all need to look and listen. I am the president of the millimeter, so y'all need to.
You done nominated and voted yourself in. Unanimously, one vote. Carlos, say him the president.
I'm the president of the Millimeter Fan Club, okay? So y'all can say what y'all want. I am the king of reality television and the king of the Millimeter.
Y'all, I feel bad for the content creators today because they just dropped a recording of Remy Ma and Papoose. Girl, I can't. I'm sorry. I know that that was a little off topic, but that just justifies the reason why we need more than one video because, girl, it's getting worse around here. Ooh, Jesus, it's getting worse. Thank you, 41 Fit, for being here. Shout out to all of my mods. I appreciate you all for being here. Again, if you see anyone in here with that bull crap, please get them out of here. Thank you so much.
Millimeters. So there you have it. We love the millimeters. But Melody, before we get started to tonight's episode, I have to ask you the very important question.
Okay.
Who is messier, the millimeters or the raindrops?
Messier? Oh, that's a good one. I would say gotta be the raindrops because let me tell you, the millimeters, yes, it's the raindrops. The millimeters are thinkers. Let me just say they are critical thinkers. Okay. Like you ain't just gonna run nothing by them now. Your raindrops, on the other hand, be over there writing all the messy comments, okay?
Oh, call it out,
man. Yes, they do.
Melody, no, look, your millimeters, who I love, by the way, they will write a whole dissertation on Melody Shari.
Dissertation. See, they educated. Go ahead. Oh! Go ahead. All of them educated. buy out skincare every sale. They like to look good on the outside and inside. I already know about the melodies.
This is already starting off shady, and I could not have asked for a better introduction. Y'all thought tonight's episode was shady, but baby, in my Carlos voice, this is about to be even shadier. So, Melody, we are entering season 5 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. How does it feel to know that I've said it, you said it, we've all said it, but baby, now even OWN is saying it. Unless you've been living under a rock, OWN's promo for this show has been emblazoned on the commercials, the ads, as OWN's #1 show. Did you ever think in a million years that you would have the #1 show on Oprah Winfrey's network?
You're not talking like that now, though, Carlos. That's the interesting thing. You're not talking like that now. Now it's all about you. Now it's all about you. You're not talking like you was talking before. So to all of the people who say, oh, this ain't Melody's show, she pitched it to Carlos, it's Carlos' show now, I find it very interesting. He didn't call her the queen of Love and Marriage Huntsville. He didn't call her all these things, but now the tune has changed and y'all want to ride with it. So here we are here to hear something different. This is why it's important to go back and review these interviews.
Didn't think about it, but not too far-fetched either. You know, I think you and I both share the commonality that if we're going to do something, we're going to do it well, right? We're going to do it to the best. We know OWN is the best. We know that. You know what I mean? We know that. Okay, wait for that. So, the fact that we're here on this platform, on this network, and you've got people who work hard, who believe in the vision, believe in the show, and willing to give what needs to be given so it can be a #1 show. I'm here for it. I'm not really surprised. I'm not. Did I know it was going to happen? No. But am I super shocked? No. Like, I believe you get out what you put in. Yes. And I know what I put in. So now for me to reap the harvest, right? After you've sown the seed, to reap the harvest of that, yeah, I'm expecting the harvest. Who plants seeds and think they ain't gonna get a harvest? You just wouldn't waste the time planting the seed. So God is good.
All the time, and all the time, God is good. Why do you think? Because look, there has been, and I don't think people understand the degree of the magnitude of what it means to be #1 this network. There are scripted shows. Let's talk about it. I don't think people understand that the #1 show on Oprah Winfrey's network has superseded scripted shows. And it goes to show you the level of loyalty, entertainment, and love people have for this show. When you sit back, Melody, and reflect on the past 5 seasons, what do you think has contributed to the show being #1?
Stop smashing Amazon's buy button and start getting Amazon to pay you instead.
I would say definitely coming out the gate, and people seeing real things happening that were real, right? You could feel that it was real. You could see that it was real. 5 years later, people are like, oh, so that wasn't just for TV. Oh, that was real, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that for sure that drew the people in and made them want to see Love and Marriage Huntsville because they either saw themselves in it, they saw family in it, they saw friend situations in it. And of course, also having, a production team who gets it too. All of it matters. We all play a part, right? And so I think it's beautiful. It's amazing. And I'm glad you pointed that out about, being the #1 show exceeding scripted. Like you said, that is huge. And I know you just did the 100th episode show as well. Thank you, by the way, because you said some amazing things. So I want you to know I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And listen, a lot of people don't know this because they choose not to, but you and I have a great relationship. We talk all the time. And when we talk, it's nothing but pleasantries and it's complimentary. And what I want people to know is you filled me up. Like there's moments where, I was going through something recently and you checked in on me like, you good? You good? Because I see what the folks are saying, honey. You good? I'm like, I'm good. And I appreciated that. And obviously, you know, vice versa as well. So listen.
You full of shit, vice versa, though, too. Y'all see the date that I put that this interview happened? Mm-hmm. Okay. But have at it. Y'all, please make sure y'all hit the like button above all things. I appreciate it. And again, thank you guys so much for being here and thank you for being great. All right, let's go.
And I say it to you off camera, and you best to believe I'm going to say it on camera, honey. Because I mean what I say and I say what I mean. You know that much. Yeah. So, no, but thank you for acknowledging that. And, you know, it was nice to watch the 100 special. And one more thing about that, then I'll get into tonight's episode. I wonder if you noticed this. I was watching it with my partner, the African, and my brain does be killing me when they talk about my African. I was watching the 100th episode with him, and they showed the clip of you. I think it was like maybe towards the end of season 1B or season 2, where you were looking outside the window and you talked about how God favors you, and that when you're favored, not everybody can come with you, and that sometimes people may be blocking the blessings God has for you. And what's funny is I remember always telling you that that statement alone affected me, and that changed my life. So to watch a fan remember that moment, did you remember how we all used to talk about that moment when you said it?
After, like you said, seeing the fan, because she also I was tagged in it, and I ended up sharing it on my story when it aired. And seeing and hearing how it truly affected someone else, to me, that's what this platform has always been about. Being honest, authentic, transparent, and living my truth out loud, you know, and hoping that somebody pulls something from it. And the fact of the matter is, Carlos, who you are connected to does matter. If you're connected to someone and you see constant failure, you see things constantly not working out, you see constant chaos, constant drama, you need to reassess the situation, because whenever you're where you're supposed to be, there should be favor and there should be blessings, there should be abundance, right? And so that rang true then, and it rings true now.
Amen to that. You know, I love when Pastor Melody Shari comes through, honey. So we appreciate that. And that also goes into tonight's episode. So as we opened up the episode, we see you visit Kimmy. And the beauty of this scene is two things. Number one, you do talk about your peace and how you like to step back to make sure that you're mentally capable of pursuing other things. Let's just call it out. When the show wraps, you wrap. You be like, I need a break. So talk to me about that as we lead into your conversation with Kimmy. But when the show wraps, I don't think people understand it's a gruesome schedule and it's intense. And that sometimes you have to, just like we all take a break from work in our real jobs and real life and all this other stuff, you do the same thing when you're filming the show.
Absolutely. Like you said, the schedule is always tight. And then when you couple that with me having 4 children, multiple businesses, and then my own personal things that I have going on as well, it is a lot. It is a lot. Sometimes me showing up to things I can remember were struggles, and I had to push through, right? Even though, if I can be honest, I can say that production has been very, very good about understanding when things are happening that are very personal, and you're like in a space where I don't know if I can film today, right? Like, they have been super understanding when it comes to that. But I literally have learned to use my voice more, in the sense of, if I need to take a break, I'm okay with, I need to take a break. And people who know me, whether they have been around me or have been watching this show and they've seen the different reunions, they all know Melody takes a break after filming. Like, I have to go into my own space and mentally, right, balance myself back out. Emotionally, because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of emotions, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of tough conversations that happen, a lot of different people's energies and moods that are coming to different things. It can be a lot. So you do have to, for the health of you, for the health of your mental state, do what you have to do for you. And in that moment, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Nobody's feelings matter in that moment. In that moment.
Listen, I have never faulted Mel for when I'm not filming this show. I'm not fooling with y'all like that. We clearly see, no, this is not a current interview. This is a throwback interview. This is a throwback interview. But it is absolutely true. and I know when he said something about Kimmy, it probably made it sound like it was recent, but it's not. But no, having to check away from these folks that you clearly to this day vindicated from, because you know they don't like you, you know they don't fool with you. And we'll get into, shout out to Diana Rose, but we'll get into what Marceau had to say. Okay. And it's needed. She's consistently vindicated, really. Consistently vindicated.
Moment you have to take care of you. And I think we're so we're kind of taught and trained to care more at times about other people than we do ourselves. Take care of other people before we take care of ourselves. And I'm literally changing that.
Yeah. And it's funny because you even, and I want people to know this, it's funny because you even take a break from production. So let me tell you, let's talk about it. So Melody, listen, me and Mel are close. I love my cast, we're all close. Melody will literally be like,
this is what's most important, and it's not this car. It's this: peace, love, and cash flow. And the more cash flow you get, the more peace you're gonna have. I'm just telling you. I'd even tell you that you might even have more love in your life if you get more cash flow. And this car right here will not provide you with cash flow, okay? This is how I did my game. Some of you watching me today, you're like, man.
Production, I'm off. I'm on hiatus until further notice. There's no shade. I just need a break from y'all too. I need to get back to that. And that's why, let's just go right into it. We'll go back to the Kimmy stuff. That seemed to have been Stormi's issue when it came to the two of y'all that we saw tonight. She expressed that y'all used to talk often, and then it became, in her words, it became not talking at all. And she thought that there was some weirdness to it. And she even said at the reunion that y'all never had an issue. She did say that. She said, me and Mel never had an issue. Obviously, we're getting to know each other. These are deeper friendships she's had for over 6 years. We don't have that. But after the reunion, she said that y'all haven't spoken, and that even after the reunion, y'all didn't speak. Are there some things that you want to clarify as you saw that conversation take place in terms of what was going on with you and Storm? Because we're all surprised that there was even this issue, if we want to call it that, of miscommunication.
Okay, absolutely. So when you think about, first of all, I want to say we did speak at the reunion. But when you think about, I was like, oh my gosh, you look so beautiful. Hey, hugged and everything. But what I will say is when you think about what you said in the terms of Stormy saying our friendship isn't like, it's not like these, it's not that deep. We're getting to know each other, or we're building, right? It kind of contradicts when you don't hear from someone for, I think the reunion was in October. I think we wrapped in maybe August. So it hadn't been that long, right? And you already was feeling like, what's going on? That would be something that would kind of make me feel some kind of way if it was someone I had a super deep friendship with and maybe something's off. But at the time, for me in my space, I didn't have an issue with Stormy. You know, Stormy hadn't done anything to me. I hadn't done anything to her at all. You know, I welcomed her into this platform with open arms, wanted to see her do very well. I had many private conversations with her, you know, in terms of game planning it out in the sense of, hey, show your business, focus on positivity, show your beautiful family. Like, girl, you know, I even said on the reunion stage, I feel like they represent what love and marriage Huntsville is.
Yeah, you pitched Stormy to me and Angela, who's a VP of my company.
Yeah, I sure did.
Just in case if anybody had forgot. Betty.
And I don't think people know that.
Oh, is that an exclusive? Oh, so let me
know that, or the fact that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but y'all had interviewed her prior to me ever pitching her.
Yes. So this is what happened. We have a show called Bell Collective that is based in Jackson, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Stormy is from Mississippi, and when we were filming Bell Collective season 1, Stormy name came up because I think at that time she was living in Mississippi, so she was on our radar. And I think Angela may have reached out. So Stormy was on our radar in terms of somebody who we saw for Bell Collective until we found out that, oh, you don't live in Jackson, Mississippi. You live on the outskirts, like maybe 2 hours away from Jackson. So we were like, I don't know if that's gonna work, sis. Like, we shoot in Jackson. So she was on our radar. Number one. Number two, before we started filming, I think it was season 3. You contacted us and said, I have this friend named Stormy who I think would be great for the show. And me and Angela was like, wait, Stormy still? Camus Girl Beauty, whatever? Yeah. And you were like, yeah. I said, oh my gosh, we know her. You said, well, look, I think she's going to move to Huntsville. I think you guys should meet with her. And I was like, wait, she's going to move to Huntsville? Because we thought she was in Mississippi. You was like, no, I think she's going to move to Huntsville. She hasn't moved yet, but I think she will. But y'all, of course, do the conversations. And that's how we were able to talk to her about Love and Marriage Huntsville, because you initiated the conversation to let us know that she was going to move to Huntsville.
Yeah, well, no, she was in Huntsville, but I don't know.
She was in Huntsville at that time, okay.
So by the time I talked to you guys, I was like, hey, y'all need to meet her, like, and she will be good for the show. So, and Carlos, sometimes it comes to bite me in the butt, but I'm always that person, literally, even from Kiki, and you know this, I'm always that person who literally, when a person shares with me something they want to do or a vision or where they want to go, I try to figure out how can I help you get there. Okay, so what's for you? You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I am. You could tell me right now that there was something you wanted to do. If I know a connect, or possibly I'm gonna say, oh, let me connect y'all. Here's his number. Here, do y'all thing. And that's just that's how I move. That's how I move.
Do you feel that you don't get?
Melody has been consistent with that. Melody has literally been consistent with that. Okay, so for those of you, really quick, it's a reminder to hit that like button for me. But for those of you who are asking for a wish list for my nephew, give me a minute to get it together, and I'll definitely get it together, and I'll post it here for you all to be a blessing. And I just want to say thank you. I don't know if you want me to publicly say thank you to you for what you just did, but someone sent over some Christmas love for my nephew, and I just want to say thank you so very much. I really do appreciate that. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Again, if you'd like to send cash apps, you can send them to my cash app, and it is a way to help until, of course, we get the Amazon wish list up. All right. Thank y'all for the patience, for y'all's patience. Again, I appreciate it. Thank y'all for the love. Again, I appreciate it. And let's get back into this. Again, hit that like button, y'all, please.
Not that you're asking for it, right?
Yeah.
But do you feel that you don't get the credit for providing opportunities for people because you said sometimes it does bite you in the butt?
Mm-hmm. It gets overshadowed, for sure. I think people look past that and forget, like, wait a minute, no, but Mel was the one who really kind of like made this happen for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people forget that. So even, since we're having this exclusive conversation, because this is exclusive information, okay? We can go all the way back to Destiny, right? Let's just be honest. Destiny, Destiny and LeBaric, Destiny and her ex-husband had interviewed or what is it called?
I'll tell you. Do you want me to tell you?
Not tried out, but like.
No, I'll tell you.
To be casted for Love and Marriage Huntsville.
You know how you and Martell pay for a consultation?
Yeah.
To meet with me? Destiny and LeBaric did the same thing.
Okay.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
They did it. What was funny, not to cut you off, but I want to be able to help with the chronologicalness of the story. Yeah. The show was maybe we were starting filming second season. Angela, you introduced Destiny to Angela, my producer. Angela and Destiny had dinner. And Angela called me after dinner and said, oh, I like this Destiny person. I want to say maybe a month after that, I get all these consultations. And one consultation was Destiny and LeBaric. And I said, I know y'all. I said, no, I've heard of you through Melody and Angela. And I said, you don't have to do this. Like, we know who you are. Let's figure it out. So go ahead.
Okay. So, because I didn't know that, but I knew that, my ex and I had made that introduction. Yes. And what I do remember is it was no, they gonna. I'm like, no, interview him again. Like, she has personality. She doesn't like me. She's over the top. Like, y'all gonna like her.
You said that. That's true.
So, I find myself going to bat for people when I know they want to be a part of something, is my point. And I think sometimes that part gets overshadowed, whether it's because they don't know it or they choose to forget it, whatever the case may be. But I feel like Love and Marriage Huntsville being a hit show has been a blessing to me, for me. And I try to find.
See, the interesting thing is I told y'all there was some really good details in this interview. Listen, it's important to go back and grab them interviews, child. You be missing stuff.
Find ways to make it be a blessing to others that I'm connected to.
It's fun.
But I want to say this though. Do y'all not find it weird that Melody pitched Destiny instead of Martell pitching Destiny? Cause that's her brother. And that's crazy. And for the people who going, because the people gonna come up here and say, but she pitched that. To be very clear about the timeline, Melody said she didn't know of Destiny until she went to a Simply Beautiful gonna help me. She get me right every time. It was either a Chamber of Commerce event or something. It was not filmed. That's where Melody says she met Destiny and LeBaric. Or that's when she met Destiny, sorry. So, again, I just find it interesting that Martell didn't do it, but it was definitely Melody who did it. And here we are back, seasons later, and she still forgot where her help came from. Okay.
Funny because this will be a good conversation because you and I never even had this conversation, and I feel like I'm talking to my girlfriend versus the star I love, man. Okay.
I'm about to cash a $50,000 check for an accident I was involved in over 5 months ago. The same accident, the insurance company offered me
When you presented people to us, I will say this: you've always had the best intentions of this is what's best for the show, right? Like, hey, me and this person. I remember when you introduced us to the Scots 1.0 and 2.0, and you were even like, look, this is what's best for the show to me, just based on what you're saying that you want. These are the people, me and her, because at the time you said me and Kimmy.
Me and Kimmy.
Remember, you said me and Kimmy. Yeah, you said me and Kimmy aren't the closest. There's something there, but I think it's good TV. Like, we're able to talk about it. You always, and I'm not saying this just to start mess. I want to have a truthful conversation.
Yeah.
I will always go on record saying you always did what you felt was best for the show. And I do think oftentimes people have seen it as, oh, Melody is casting folks to come for other folks. And what I will say with that, me being very honest, when Melody would pitch us people, because that's why you're the producer on the show, because you have a producer eye, you always look at the bigger picture. Like, I think this was best for the show. Going back to Destiny and LeBaric even. So with the Kimmy thing, that was always funny because you were like, we ain't the closest. There's something there. But I think if y'all are able to uncover it, it could be some good TV. Like, it could be good to watch. Even with Destiny and LeBaric, we knew that, okay, the playing field is uneven. Because at that time, it was 3 couples.
Yeah.
2 of the couples are related, right? Curtis and Maurice and Marcel being brothers. So we always knew to even the playing field. We need Mel and Martell to have a friend, who they get along with. And what y'all don't know is we tried out a lot of people from Sadaric and his wife. We tried out so many people, but I don't think people understand it's not everybody's meant to be on TV. And with Destiny and LeBaric, you were like, no, look at it.
Carlos, but do you know that everybody don't belong on TV? You're forcing Trish down our throat. You're forcing us to like Trish. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay.
Look at it. And when they came to, I think it was Kimmy's
a magazine reveal. That's what it was. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
That magazine thing in Birmingham.
Yes. That's when Angela Matt, you're right. So you always advocated for that. Do you think that's why people think like Melody cast people to come for folks?
You're probably right. It's probably why people think that is because, again, I am, let's be honest, people know I'm part of this show. So they open up and share with me, hey, I want to be a part of the show. You think I would be the person? They open it up, and I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And then it turns out to be where you're like, this might work. So it's not like hey, let me go out here and find who can come on this show and comfort people. It's literally people like who have expressed to me that they want to be on TV or they want to be a part of this show. Not the other way around. I'm not out here asking for resumes. I'm not out here asking for resumes and asking people to submit applications. I'm not out here searching. I'm not. Why are you laughing? I'm not. There's not an open interview there with Melody Shari. There's not. People have sought me out, and I think that gets lost in the sauce.
Oh, do you think some people have befriended you to get on the show?
Yes, I do. And out of my own, I would say at times, lack of discernment, and me literally, like I have a girlfriend, we've been friends for like 14 years. She tells me all the time that I see people with an open mind, open heart in the way I love and the way I befriend people. Whereas she says, I look at people, I'm like, you're going to have to prove some things for me to trust what you're saying. We're totally opposite. So I think at times I've allowed people in my faith, right? And allowed people in my life and thought it was genuine or sincere or pure. And my discernment wasn't where it needed to be, which is why I did take some time to spend with myself over the past few years and just learn me and grow spiritually so that I can do that and be a little more cautious. I'm still learning, but I'm a whole lot better, a whole lot stronger. I see a whole lot more clear now. Yeah.
Do you miss your friendship with Destiny?
You know, what's so interesting is I don't think about it that often. I don't think about it that much. And whether that's because I have life going on and I'm doing so many different things, I don't pause to think about that friendship often. Did we have some amazing fun times? Yeah, of course we did. But I think people, again, getting back lost in the sauce, it wasn't a situation where we've been friends for 5-10 years. I met her for the first time in 2018. And she wasn't living in Huntsville at the time. So we weren't hanging out a lot. She didn't move to Huntsville until she married, LeVerrick. And then we started spending more time together. So, it's not a friendship for me to necessarily mourn because it hadn't gotten all those roots, right? That my friend, for example, since college that we had. And, my friend since elementary school that I have. That's totally different.
And I would even go as far as to say, and I don't want to spoil the rest of the season, but what I love about this season is it's different. It's different because I think everybody, let me not say the word healed, meaning it's 100%, right? I think everybody's on this healing journey with each other this season. And that's why this is no cap, as the young kids say. I love this season because you're going to see this journey of healing. And I'm bringing this up to say, you and Tisha obviously had a friendship before the show. And I don't want to spoil too much, but what the fans are going to see this season is a very interesting conversation between you and her. And without giving too much away, it showed me that these two people, Melody and Tisha, have boom, boom, boom. I'll be like ping pong. And I said this to you because we're friends. I said, baby, a Libra Scorpio, I can watch all day long because it gives me my life. I love a Libra Scorpio mashup. But as tough as it's been for you and Tisha, I will say this. You even allowed yourself to re-enter into a space,
right,
and say, let's start over again and see where this can go. Again, not giving too much away. And I'm going to be very honest here. And I didn't say this to you either. I was shocked at how receptive you were. Shocked. I was shocked because again, it's been so much great history and bad history and then great and bad that I just didn't know. But to see how you were able to receive.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what sort of work did you have to do within yourself to say, let me be open to this?
Absolutely. So, I say all the time, your healing journey, first of all, everybody's healing journey is different, but your healing journey is not for the other person. It's about you, right? And so I literally made up in my mind, like, hey, we're going into 2023, right? At this point, I literally have learned how to somewhat compartmentalize situations where guess what? I can be in a room with you and speak and you know, hope you're doing well and keep it moving, right? But at one point I felt like if I'm allowing you in my space like that, we got to be friends. And I had to learn that that's not necessarily the case. You don't have to be that, but you can still be cordial and you can still speak and you can still, I wish you well and I hope all is going well, you know, still want to see you do your thing. And so that's kind of, you know, when Tisha and I had the conversation, that's kind of where I was with it. I'm like, you know what, going into a new year, 2023, got a long way to go through this year. What do you, Melody, want this year to look like for you? And for me, it was all about, and is all about peace.
You and I were both lied to since childhood. We were told since we were her age that we had to save up cash.
It's all about peace. Like, and whatever that looks like, again, that doesn't mean that you have to, for those of y'all, you know, tuning in, it doesn't mean that you literally have to allow someone full access to you, right? But you should be able to be in a place where it's never too far-fetched to speak or to have a conversation, right? And so that's what it is for me. And, you know, and it's work, baby. We're not gonna act like you didn't fly to Huntsville. We're not about to act like you did not fly into Huntsville. You and the VP, Angela. We're not about to act like you ain't flying to Huntsville. We're like, listen, y'all, now come on now. We need y'all to, we can do better than this. Let's get it together, you know? And so I think in that meeting, because we hadn't seen you in a while in Huntsville, I think you sat down and you was like, what do you think needs to happen to get that light back that we once used to have? When Melody entered the room, that light was there. And I said to you, in all honesty, I said, well, Carlos, it's kind of tough when I've had 10 months of people constantly attacking me. Like, why would I feel like I would want to come in a space of light, right? But you know what? I'm going to give it another shot. And I just stuck to what I said. Like, I believe, say what you mean and mean what you say. And that's kind of where I've been.
No, and it goes to show you how you really do care about this show. And I think a lot of people, I will say this based on what I see on social media, and listen, social media, you know, has its ups and downs, but I don't think you get enough credit in terms of how dedicated you are to make sure the show is great. And you are right. I knew after that reunion, I was like, something has to change. And I went down to Huntsville with Angela, and we had a meeting. In the words of Kimmy,
I went down to Huntsville with Angela.
But I said you.
I went down to Huntsville with Angela. I went down to Huntsville with Angela. Girl. Y'all, again, please make sure y'all mash that like button. Thank you.
The corsets. She gonna let you know.
Apology. She go. Hey, Kimberly. Kimberly gonna let you know. Hey, Kimberly, who do you want to talk to about your journey? The core six. You don't want to. The core six. Okay, Kim, whatever you say, child.
Yeah.
So I had a meeting with the core six because at the end of the day, I care about the show. I always, it's a privilege to be in this space.
Angela was his VP. Angela was his VP. Okay. All right. Okay, we back good. Hold on a minute. I'm aware that the screen is doing some freaky stuff. Okay, here we go.
The way we left off at the reunion. But I also want people to understand this. I've been producing reality TV for over 15 years. I've had these conversations with other cast members, and unfortunately, they did not listen. And we see how some of these shows aren't what they used to be. I'll just say that. So thank you for that acknowledgement. But I will always give it back to y'all, because y'all could have easily said, I'm good, whatever. The fact that y'all were like, we understand and let's do it, just goes to show the love that you guys have for this show. And as we see the rest of the season, y'all are going to be surprised because we see Melody in the same room with the core six. And it's, again, not to spoil anything, but I really do love this season because it's so different, so unique. Although people are saying this, and let's just talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
I've been messaged. Carlos, you replaced Destiny with Stormy and you replace Wanda with Miss Betty, and they both trying to come for Melody. Now look, I know y'all think that I'm this wizard who can be a puppeteer. We don't even go in thinking that, but that's what y'all are saying, and that's not even the case. What we saw tonight and what we saw in the trailer is Miss Betty, who's the mother Stormy, has an issue. Did you think that here I go again, having to address something with someone else's mother?
Yeah, so, first I want to address kind of what you said. I'm sure that even when you put your producer hat on, take it off, you could see why and where the people would feel like that, right?
Yeah, no, of course.
So I'm not going to say that based on what they've seen, which they haven't seen a lot yet, but based on what they've seen, it looks that way, right?
Right.
Okay, because you do have another mother, and it's coming for Melody, right? You do have now another friend having an issue with Melody communicating regularly. And so I get it. I would say the same thing if I was watching the show. I would be like, dang, so now another pain, right?
Especially to your point when you haven't seen the whole season. So I see what you're saying, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, with Stormy's mom, to be honest, I don't know her enough. I don't even know her enough to speak on who she is, what she is. I've maybe been around her 3 or 4 times in my whole life. So, and those times were literally mostly speaking moments. Hey, how you doing? So I don't know her. She's not, she's not in my age range. So she's not someone necessarily that I would hang out with, if I can be honest. I don't know. I don't.
I'm trying to hold it in. I couldn't. Go ahead.
Every month, this Airbnb pays me about $2,700 in semi-passive income. Now
So for her to have such strong opinions about me, which I later find out, and we're not going to spoil too much, but later found out came even before she ever met me. That's weird to me. And I pray that I never am in a position to where I'm ever bashing or having such strong negative opinions about people my children's age and taking it to social media, and I've never met them. So I think there's room to grow. I think there's room to do better, period. Because this is the second go around of, people who are old enough to be my mother having such strong opinion and don't even know me really. They've only been around me a handful of times. But yeah, I pray I'm never in a position where I have such strong opinions about people my kids' ages. Then bust out later.
What?
I was serious about what I was saying, Carlos P. Shoot.
I know you are, but look, I'm a Libra, you're a Scorpio, so you already know what we're about to get. So blame it on me, child. Look, y'all blame me. I have a funny bone. I think the thing about Melody that makes me scream is your delivery to me is unmatched. I'll just say that. You have a great delivery.
And people think that I've been media trained. I've never been media trained a day in my life. I just speak my truth. And I know how to speak it in a way that's still somewhat professional, that's still respectful, but you heard what I said.
A little shady at times, no?
Yeah, at times. Shady moments too at times. But yeah, I don't know her well enough really for real to really even speak on her or who she is.
No, I definitely understand that. Again, you guys will see more. Melody throws a high tea event, and it is, I'd even say this to you, the network was like, we have been waiting for this high tea, and it did not disappoint.
Mm-hmm.
They love it. I loved it. Melody.
Was beautiful?
It was, the reason, let's just talk about it. I strongly believe the reason why Love and Marriage Huntsville is you do realize this show is a pop culture phenomenon. It's huge. I'm not even like a cast member, although y'all want to say I'm the 7th cast member on the show. But Melody, straight men, white women, the folks at the TSA at the airport.
Yeah.
Let's talk. True tea. I will be sitting on the plane, minding my business. If a person recognizes me who sits next to me, they will spend the 1 hour and 24-minute flight talking about this show. And I'll be like, look, honey. First of all, I want to take a nap. And number 2, I live and breathe and eat this show. So when I'm having a break, I don't want to talk about the show. But I love y'all fans. But anyways, I say that to say it's y'all. Y'all are the reason why the show's a hit. And it's the Huntsville it's the magic of Huntsville in Alabama. So when the high tea happened, it reminded me of just Southern and Alabama and Huntsville and the beauty of y'all, the Southern bellness of it all. You wore this Tiffany blue, look like it was you. Everyone looked gorgeous. The scene is fantastic. It's an amazing scene. It's funny. And let me tell y'all, millimeters, something. Don't y'all worry about Melody. Melody knows how to take care of herself.
I do.
Like, y'all, Melody don't call me.
Carlos, you forgot how the millimeters came about. The millimeters came about based off of this lady being consistently trampled on over and over and over and over again. So you telling the millimeters that they don't got to say nothing in regards to Melody. Yeah, you see where that has landed you, sir. Okay. You see.
Like, y'all got this. Melody never runs from a scene. She sits there and she's like, what's your problem? Let's talk about it. And they can say the crazy things. Melody would be like this. Okay, well, let me talk now. And she'll defend herself and the conversation will be done.
Yeah.
So
that's me.
That's you. So no, I can't wait for them to see that. What they also saw tonight, Mel, is your ex desiring to walk you to your car, be around you, all this other stuff. When those things happen, where you feel like, okay, here I am, I'm hosting Kimmy's event. You know, you and Kimmy have a great relationship. I'm always surprised when people say you fall out with people because you and Kimmy never had a falling out and y'all been on the show together since day one. But let's talk about that first. How do you feel when people say Melody can't keep a friend? She falls out with everybody, child.
People didn't start saying that till Martell put that narrative out, and you know it. You know that, Carlos. You know that it wasn't until Martell put that narrative out that people start saying that. And clearly, she has had her same friend group for a very long time.
That is the running narrative, right? You know, watching the show and being a spectator of just the show, I can see how they could feel that way because of the fact what we talked about earlier. People seek me out. I find a way to get them on this platform, right? And then it becomes like, when I pull back, there's an issue or whatever, right? Or you're talking about my mess, like season 1, I think Tisha and Martha like, word around the curve, he got da-da-da. But then when I talk about your mess or Martha talk about your mess, it's a problem, right? So you've seen those falling out. So watching it, spectator of the show, I can see how people could, come to that conclusion. But the fact of the matter is I have a life outside of the show. I have friends that they've never seen on the show. And that's just real life. But you can't blame them because they're just watching the show. So
Yes. No, that is very true. That is very true. And that's what they have to go by. So going back to your ex, was it uncomfortable for you knowing that, look, we're co-parenting and we're doing the best we can do under these unique circumstances? And the unique circumstance is we got cameras around us every single day and we're famous. We're famous. Like Mel and Martell, famous. When you're in those moments where he's doing those things, does it make you uncomfortable because you don't want to send mixed signals?
Absolutely, it does. Sometimes, like, if you give people an inch, they take a mile, right? We've heard that forever. And I feel like I'm dealing with...
Want to simplify entry into the federal market? Then review the free practical guide to get
my children's father, who is missing reality TV and reality. You know what I'm saying? And so I find myself trying to walk a line that's as narrow as possible to not confuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, just because we are here in this thing together and I can speak to you, hey, how are you doing? And keep it moving doesn't mean, oh, she spoke to me in this thing today. I got a 10. You know what I'm saying? It makes it tough, if I can be honest. It makes it tough to be real with you, dealing with just the imbalance of it all. And, you guys see, as you saw tonight, this whole thing of him wanting to walk me to my car and he has a conversation with Kimmy, right? Like, yeah, I'm gonna listen. I should have listened, you know. But then you're also doing other things that are constantly trying to break me and tear me down behind the scenes. That's that inability to separate reality TV and reality. But I see it all. I see it all. So when people who don't.
Did I not tell y'all? See, did I not tell y'all that she already started talking about the things that Martell was doing, even in the moments of them, of it being filmed, that he, oh, did you pray about us? Did you do this? Did you do that? I told y'all she had already previously had these conversations with Carlos about Martell. Now, of course, at this time, it wasn't as bad. Please remember that there's a thing up here that says that this is a throwback interview. This interview was from April of 2023. And I told y'all, I said she been talking about these things. So let's keep going, child. People don't listen to me, child.
Don't see it all, don't hear it all, don't know it all. Whenever they try to say, well, Melody, you should be nicer, or you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't have boundaries that are like this. You don't know. So leave me alone, because I do know. To be real with you, that has been one of the things, Carlos, at times that have made me feel like I want to walk away.
Really? From the show?
Yeah.
Oh, do I need to run that back? Do I need to run that back? This is the same thing that she said at the podcast. Come on, bro. Child, child.
Yeah.
You never said that to me.
I thought we were doing an exclusive interview. That's what you said. Walk me to my car, and he, my children's father, who is.
When you're in those moments where he's doing those things, does it make you uncomfortable because you don't want to send mixed signals?
Absolutely, it does. You know, sometimes, like, if you give people an inch, they take a mile, right? We've heard that forever. And I feel like I'm dealing with my children's father, who is missing reality TV and reality. You know what I'm saying? And so I find myself trying to walk a line that's as narrow as possible to not confuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, just because we are here in this thing together and I can speak to you, hey, how are you doing? And keep it moving, doesn't mean, oh, she spoke to me in this thing today, I got a chance. You know what I'm saying? It makes it tough, if I can be honest. It makes it tough, to be real with you, dealing with just the imbalance of it all. And, you know, you guys see, as you saw tonight, you know, this whole thing of him wanting to walk me to my car, and he has a conversation with Kimmy, right? Like, yeah, I'm gonna listen. I should have listened, you know. But then you're also doing other things that are constantly trying to break me and tear me down behind the scenes. That's that inability to separate reality TV and reality. But I see it all. I see it all. So when people who don't see it all, don't hear it all, don't know it all, whenever they try to say, well, Melody, you should be nicer, or you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't have boundaries that are like this, you don't know. So leave me alone, because I do know. To be real with you, that has been one of the things, Carlos, at times that have made me feel like I want to walk away.
Really? From the show?
Yeah.
You never said that to me.
I thought we were doing an exclusive interview.
And it's always, oh, you never said that to me. Because he said that same at the podcast. You lie. You never told me that. You never said that. So I told y'all. So the people who get pissed off, you say I'm up here begging, you say I'm up here playing these old interviews, it's for a reason. It's absolutely for a reason. Because we're going back and we collecting the proof. Everybody want to lie around here. Well, let's just go back and listen to these interviews, and we can get the truth out. Again, Carlos was singing a tune of "You Are the Queen." How do you feel about your baby, your show? You've been an executive producer. How do you feel about the show being number one on the Oprah Winfrey Network? Queen. Okay.
That's
What? And I'll get more exclusive than this. Okay.
Yeah, because it can become a lot. And the fact of the matter is, I do have 4 children with this person, and I'm having time when I'm showing up to work for Kingdom Reign and the Oprah Winfrey Network, and they're constantly doing things for show and for TV, but it's real life, and it's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want the world to know, I know it's been tough for you because you and I do talk. And we have some great conversations about that. And that's why, to your point, we make sure that you are in a position to where no one's telling you what to do or where to be if you don't want to be there. Because at the end of the day, and I don't think people understand this the way that I do because of what I've done in terms of my career.
They mad at the throwback moose snucks because it's revealing the truth. That's why. That's why they're mad, and they just gonna keep being mad. It's okay. It's okay. I wanted to make sure that we heard this because, again, for me, it's the blindness of it all. Oh, I didn't know, or I didn't know this, or I didn't know that. Yeah, you've been knowing that.
You guys are the first divorced couple to continue to have the same space on the show. Whereas on other shows, once you divorce, bye, and then you can move on. Obviously, in real life, you still co-parent, but if you have kids together. But you guys are the first couple in the history of reality television to have to coexist in the same space on the show where you started off being married. And how it can be difficult because, like you said, because I'm doing, listen, I'm living my reality. Yes, I'll throw you an event, Kimmy. All right, I know we're filming a show, so Martel, okay, whatever, we get that. But then it's like, don't take advantage of us being in the space to where before these cameras were here, you and I just don't have that rapport at this moment. Yeah. And when people think you are giving him a hard time, I do agree with you that people don't know. And even I sometimes call you like, are you okay? Are you good? Or whatever. Because when you're co-parenting with somebody, every day there's something different. Yeah. And I think people get lost in what you said. And it's funny because you would think I would be able to articulate it, but you did it so wonderfully.
Can I be honest with y'all? Can I be honest with y'all about something? If y'all with me, just put a 1 in the chat if you're with me. Can I tell y'all something? Some of y'all probably feel the same way. But can I tell y'all something? Just put a 1 in the chat. I just want to make sure you're listening to me on this Good Thursday. Carlos made sure that when this season first started, when he claimed that, we heard the recording of him calling Melody on the phone after Martell had been arrested. Nigga, you did that for TV. Period, point blank. Now listening to this, you did that for TV. You did not call her because you cared. I'm sorry. I don't believe you called her because you cared. I believe you called her because you wanted that to be a part of you looking like you are always protecting her, or you're always doing these things like, oh my gosh, you're a phone call away. You got me. If you need me, no. You absolutely, in my opinion, you did that for it to just be seen and heard. It wasn't authentic to me. I don't think that was authentic at all, by far. And the reason why I don't think it's authentic is because you made sure that you erased that moment out of your podcast. It tells me that your intentions are never pure. No, they said at the podcast, they said that he FaceTimed Mel to check on her and the kids. Y'all remember that? Simply beautiful. You gotta help the people sometimes. The people be forgetting. The people be forgetting. You right. There's another word for it. Cover your ass. Exactly. Absolutely. Well, for me, the whole thing was a setup. They knew they was getting ready to film that day. And I believe that was the day that Carlos was like, child, we're going to go up here and we're going to have Martell get some type of document or pick up some type of document. And this is where everything is going to take place. To me, again, it was all set up. It was all a setup.
People are only seeing what they see in the show. So when people say, you lost, you can't keep a friend. You so mean, be nice. Stop being this. Y'all are not seeing the full scope of what was happening prior to us even filming, or even after we film, that we still have to deal with. So I never thought about it that way. And Melody, and I'm gonna say this exclusively.
What?
Melody, you will be staying alone.
Say that. You ain't going nowhere, girl.
We're gonna fix the things out. But anyway.
Something to what you said. You guys have been very respectful. Like you said, if I'm like, no, I'm not gonna be in this certain space, y'all don't be like, oh, you better show up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have not done that, and you've never done that. If people paid attention, even the finale last season, I wasn't there.
Here's how the average man's life would change if he never saw an ad again. Day 1, he would install.
I wasn't at the season finale, and production didn't like, oh, I know you didn't not show up. Now, Angela did pull up out here to my season. She said, Melody, Shari, I just had to see for myself. She said, you ain't coming to your season finale. And I said, Angela, girl, you got a massage. You But I got in the car, we talked for a while, and she asked me a few more times, but she didn't try to pressure me. She went on some like, go put something on and come now. It was, y'all have never been like that. And that's why I tell people all the time, you show up to where you want to show up to, and you don't show up to where you don't want to show up to. Y'all don't make anybody go any certain place, say certain things. You know, y'all don't make us do anything. You don't.
No. And thank you for sharing that. And you are right. Listen, do we sometimes say, okay, girl, can you show up? But like, come on, be there. But it's never forced upon you. It's your life. You have a right to say no to it. And you're right in the sense of, the thing about you that I love is, you know your boundaries. Mm-hmm. And you know, like I said, even let's talk about like coexisting with the core 6. You're like, okay, it's an initiative. I can show up to that. Like, I'll show up to that. It's fine. The girls are having a spa night. I'll show up. Was I invited? Okay, I'll show up. And I can invite them to my high tea. Like, and I want people to know that we're all just trying to do our best under these very unique circumstances. But at the end of the day, I always want you to feel protected. And that will always be the goal with all of my cast members, is to never allow yourself to be, it's kind of what our mamas would say, never feel uncomfortable in your own house.
Right.
And this show is your house.
Right.
And I never want you or anybody to feel uncomfortable in their house. And
bullshit. And I know y'all smell it. It's strong. Bullshit. I call bullshit. It's her house, but you don't care about her being protected. You don't care about none of that stuff. She feel unprotected in her house. Wow.
And I appreciate you acknowledging that. Before I let you go,
okay.
The most asked question I got,
what?
Even from the millimeters.
I want to know. Do I have a man? And is he gonna be on the show? Is that what it was? That the question?
Yes.
I'm intuitive now. Now you know now. You know that. So honestly, you know, I've been divorced for 2 years, left 3 years ago. So I've had times where I've been dating, and I've had times where I'm like, I don't want to date anybody. I want to focus on me, focus on my self-care, my healing journey. I've traveled, you know, to other countries by myself, just loving on me and enjoying myself. Beautiful, beautiful moment. Am I dating someone right now? I am. Do people know who it is? No. No. And to be honest, I've been enjoying it being that way. I feel like some people get it, some people don't, but whenever you are in the spotlight and things are out there, it opens Pandora's box, right? And so I have been open out the gate. You guys have literally seen me married, separate, get back together, then divorce, right? I've had a baby on the show. So my most intimate moments I've revealed and I've been open about. And after years of that, because it's been years of up and down, up and down, up and down, tears, smiles, right? I'm enjoying finally having something that's just to me, like that just belongs to me. I share myself with the world. And I've had my children on here and entertained, and I'm enjoying having something just for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're happy that you're happy. And look, I think the other thing that I will say is, unfortunately, when you are a celebrity and you are on a reality show, sometimes men want to date you to get on the show. And what I appreciate about what you're doing is you are living your life to make sure that you, with your discernment, that you're good and that you know this is genuine. And I appreciate your boundary within that. And I said this on my podcast with Dustin Ross, and I'll say it again. Because they're like, well, Carlos, Melody's single. The show is called Love and Marriage. And I said, let me tell y'all something. Melody could be single for the rest of her damn life. Melody is Love and Marriage. And I don't care if she has a man, a cat. One thing I know about Melody, and I said this throughout this entire conversation, she has discernment. When the time is right, she'll know what to do to make herself feel comfortable. And that's why we don't pressure her even with that. It's one of those things where no one understands that you went through a very tumultuous situation on the show. And in order for me to see you healed, I will want to make sure that you are in a position to where you are 100% comfortable. And I'm not ever going to pressure you for that. And you have my word because I said it publicly. And Child is going to run on every blog after today. So I'm saying it publicly. When the time is right, I know you'll say, hey, King. So, we'll wait to see for that. So as long as you're happy, Gunny, I think
it's a real relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the other thing too. It'll be a real relationship. I'm not in any shape, form, or fashion interested in just doing something. Just doing something for TV or doing something because I want to be trending. No, like I came into this thing authentic, true to myself, and I'm going to continue to be true to myself, even whatever that next love chapter of my life looks like. It's all going to be genuine and real.
One of the things students love about culinary school online with the Scofier is the toolkit.
What is
ladies game with you. Listen, my raindrops and your millimeters know what time it is. And all I'm going to say is, okay.
Gotta be real, I promise. So whenever I do step out fully with someone, you know what I'm saying? No one has seen me claim or be with anybody since the divorce. When I do step out, they're gonna know, oh, this is serious. Yeah.
So Melody, I love this woman so much. She is okay. I love it. Okay. Let the world know what they can expect from the rest of this season on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Oh my gosh. So I think I said something like roller coaster, roller coaster, roller coaster. Listen, I literally witnessed adult women trying to figure things out in their friendships, in their family ships, and have conversations about things that happened, even though it might have been 2 years ago, my Christmas party 2021. But that's okay. That's neither here nor there. I'm still talking about it. That's I said, damn, I need to go to a Christmas party every year because my Christmas party gonna be talked about even 2 years later. Let me get that serious.
And your Taco Tuesday, but who's counting?
That part. And, it's just a continuation, I feel, of seeing people work hard to grow in business, grow in friendships. In my situation, for me personally, I'm dealing with something behind closed doors, as you know, that I don't talk about too much because it is very personal and it involves my baby. So I don't talk about it too much, but dealing with that, but still getting up every day, working, grinding, building this empire, and making sure that, my children who are silent partners in their businesses know, what it means to have good work ethic. I mean, to be honest, y'all done seen my kids on live packing boxes with me and products with me. Like, they have more work ethic than some of the adults I know, to be honest. But work ethic, building that legacy despite the challenges that are happening. And I think that's the story for women across the world, right? We go through so much, we carry so much, we wear so many hats. But what does it look like to persevere, to be resilient, to be strong, and to thrive, to live? And I'm showing that.
And you are. No, you are. I'm so proud of you. I really.
That resilience is like none other. That resilience is like no other, which is why I will always advocate for right and wrong. And we know that Martell's despicable, terrible ass is wrong. I don't understand how these people still defend him to this day, including Carlos. I will never understand. I will never be able to wrap my mind around that. This lady has shown time after time after time, like her or not, she has shown time after time her resilience. A lot of us, see, y'all like to say, oh, the millimeters ain't, or the male supporters ain't nothing but a whole bunch of women who been divorced and stuff like that. No. You have to look at the bigger picture of it all, right? It's more than a divorce because a child is involved, or it's more than that. This is still a mother who has to get up every day, still take care of her 4 children, while her ex-husband is being crazy over here, doing all kind of crazy stuff, like the resilience to keep pushing even after having to start all over again. So I get it. Y'all don't like her, but let me tell you something. Melody Shari, I'm here for the resilience. I love that about her. I love her speaking well into other people. For instance, like the TikTok that she did last weekend, or I think it was Sunday, when she was on TikTok, she gave a word. And I don't even think that was her intention. She was just on there just to be talking, but she gave a word, and it really fits this thing. So I'm gonna keep doing these throwback interviews because I'm telling y'all, it's a lot of things that folks be missing. I over and over again. I said we need to go over her interview with Carlos, because she mentioned in her interview with Carlos, even though at that time they wanted to portray that her and Martell were really good, but they wasn't. Come on now. You have to be really sick and self-hate black women to defend and support that boy. The boy, knowing this woman has to still step up. Yeah. And at the end of the day, she has 3 girls. She has 3 girls. She has to teach her girls. She has 3 girls that she has to teach principles and just all around the good things to. So again, her resilience is great. I love it. And again, I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't get it. And I also don't get why y'all mad at the fact that I'm pulling up these old interviews and stuff. I mean, it's still up for you to watch it, ain't it? So what's the difference with us watching it together and somebody going to watch it by themselves? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just what it is. Los is really targeting Mel because she's overshadowed him and his ego is trouble. I can agree with that, Aunt Natty. Hey, good morning, Aunt Natty. Yeah, welcome, Aunt Natty. Y'all see Aunt Natty is now on the mod squad over here. We sure appreciate Aunt Natty, the MVP of the YouTuber. I feel sorry for the daughters and nieces of some of these women. I agree. Okay, so y'all, let's get into this really quick. Now, there's something else to piss y'all off, honey. Something else to piss y'all off, but I'm going to tell y'all. Y'all, hold on one second. Okay. Give me a second. Now, this is in regards to Marceau and Tisha. Okay, so apparently Marceau was over in the Facebook group answering some more questions. Okay. And I'm assuming somebody had asked about the whole Tisha thing, right? And why she did what she did. Now, he responded to the fact of knowing about the RP situation and not saying anything. So hold on. Okay, hold on one second. Y'all, if y'all could do me a huge favor and please make sure you hit that like button. And it is Thursday. Listen, it's 10:41. Let's do $10 over to the Cash App. Y'all bless the platform. Some of y'all have already done it, and I want to say thank you so much. Bless a, send over a blessing. Send over a blessing. All right, let's get into this. These ads are so irrelevant to content. My God. Okay, let me see. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you're just coming in. Also, if you have not gotten your tickets to the brunch and kitchen table talk, please do. Listen, above all, this weekend, I need that event to just go so smooth. So again, if you're in the Atlanta area and you would like to come, just hit me up in the DMs. Please, please, please. Also, if you'd like to come to the meet and greet, please hit me up in the DMs as well. Okay. All right. Okay, so Marcel says this right here, y'all. And I want to say shout out to Diana Rose, because Diana Rose, Diana Rose is where I heard it first last evening. Okay. So let's get into it. Here we go. So he responds back to a comment and he says, we didn't know if it was true at the time, and we weren't speaking to her, didn't have her number, and really didn't fuck with either of them outside of filming enough to get in whatever they had going on. At the time, it was just a stupid plot. Nevertheless, we hear hundreds of rumors about everything, so we don't know or care what's true or false. We don't repeat it and don't use it against anyone. Okay. So first of all, again, shout out to Diana Rose, because this was posted yesterday. If one of the mods can go grab her most recent live stream, that would be great. And I appreciate it for you. Oh, actually, it's not the live stream. It's a video. It's the most recent video on her videos tab. If you can grab that for me and put it in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, so I want to dissect this a little bit. So he said, we didn't know if it was true at the time, and we weren't speaking to her, didn't have her number, and really didn't fuck with either of them outside of filming. Okay, so that's a lie. That's a lie. So let's call the first lie out. You definitely were with Martell. You definitely was effing with Martell. And my thing is, based on the timeline, listen, I don't care. This is my stance on it. I don't like none of y'all. And I think all y'all some snakes, because here's the thing. That lady has not done anything to y'all that I've seen. That lady has not done anything that I would keep it a secret and just let it come out when it's supposed to come out about a Revenge P video. Now, you said that some of the people that have seen the video and all of, like, So you knew, y'all knew, and didn't say anything. So now you trying to come clean that shit up. It's no cleaning it up. Tisha said what it was. It's no cleaning that up. That's what y'all want to. Y'all trying to clean it up. Y'all are seriously trying to clean it up. Don't clean it up, boo. Keep it. Keep the same smoke. Keep the same rhetoric that you been had. All y'all is some snakes, and y'all are trash. Y'all are trash. People saying that they wouldn't get into something like that. That is some whack shit to me. I'm sorry. It is. It's whack to me. It's whack to me. I don't care if we ain't cool no more. I don't care if we ain't cool like that. If you ain't rocking with me like that. So again, I feel like it's too late. What you over here trying to do it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. Y'all film scenes with her. You asked her for some advice, Tisha. You still asked her for some advice, knowing this stuff in the back of your mind. That's why people don't like y'all. Y'all are not forthcoming. Y'all are not girls. Y'all are not. Kimmy damn sure ain't sounding stupid. Man, Achilles heel. Girl, shut that stupid shit up, because why is that your Achilles heel? If you don't put your damn foot down, bitch, you go out there and you get drunk if you want to. And you want to be looking for a new wife. Go back over there to Kiowa. By the time I got through with Maurice, man, please. Oh, you know, it's an Achilles heel. Y'all also heard Mel say in this interview that they consistently speak on her. They consistently speak on her. But the moment that she speaks on them, oh, why? Why? And then how is it a stupid plot? It's a stupid plot. But then you also went on Facebook, and I think that was on Instagram. But you went, excuse me, you went on Facebook and literally said that you told somebody to stay out of it, which again, y'all, I'm assuming it's Carson. I don't believe there was no doggone Wanda. People who thought that that was Wanda he was talking about, I do not think it was no Wanda. And just like I dispelled that rumor yesterday that Wanda was looking for that video at Madani. Y'all, Wanda was not looking for that video at Madani. Now, am I saying that she hasn't seen it or something like that? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying she was not looking for that. What she was looking for is, I don't really think it was Destiny. I do not think that they would. I don't know. I don't think it was Destiny. I really believe it was Carson that they said stay out of it. I do. And then I believe that Carson got that unction like, no, I wouldn't want nobody to do this to me. So let me come out and say something about it. I do believe it was Carson. A lot of y'all are comparing what was said on the reunion stage by Destiny. Y'all have to remember that at that time, they were going back and forth about Martell hacking Melody's phone. See, because I don't really hear nobody talking about that no more. That's what Destiny was talking about, the hacking of Martell's phone. I mean, of Melody's phone. Right? So to me, again, Tisha told her not to say anything. She did say that. Yep. Wanda had the picture that she alleged was Sugar Mama's daddy. A man that she said was Sugar Mama's daddy. So y'all gotta, sometimes you gotta, and sometimes I be knowing additional stuff. But again, Destiny was speaking more so on the fact that that whole entire weekend that whole phone hacking thing happened. It was around the time that she was around Martell and Shari. So, again, Wanda was looking for that picture. Wanda was not looking for no video. She wasn't. She wasn't looking for no video. And again, am I saying that those people haven't saw it? Again, allegedly, I won't dare. Do I believe it? Yeah, I believe they have seen it, but I know for a fact that's not what she was looking for. She was looking for that picture. When Cole Slaw told Carson she took it to the Scotts and they
They her to leave it alone. Yes. That's why I say I don't believe it was destiny at all, y'all. I just do not. I don't. So a lot of people are talking about, I know where the bones are buried. I know this, I know that. Don't do it, Destiny. No. Again, they tried to flip that whole phone thing around. That was a big deal. It didn't get aired on the reunion if it was a big deal. That was a big deal. That whole phone hacking thing was a huge deal. And I want to be clear, it was not Melody hacking Martell's phone. That's the way that they wanted to portray it, as if Melody was hacking Martell's phone, but it was definitely the opposite way around. I don't like Tisha, but Martell watching her, and I think it's wrong too. But Sweet Jane, the way I feel about that is, y'all knew about it when it came to Mel. So now we supposed to feel this type of way for Tisha about Tisha, because Tisha now all of a sudden saying, "Oh, Martell may have watched me," but it wasn't an issue when it was happening to Mel. It wasn't an issue when the messages was being sent around or when people were seeing it. It wasn't an issue then. But now you got an issue for that don't work. It's not a girl's girl to consistently attack my marriage. Who attacking your marriage getting started? Who's attacking your marriage? That's why I said, but you are a woman first, right? I've been peeped her and tried to tell people she wasn't. Yeah, and I'm sorry. I can't rock with anybody who says that they would keep this to themselves and they wouldn't do anything with it. I'm not here for that. I am not here for that whatsoever. I am not here for that whatsoever. I'm sorry. I can't rock with that. I can't rock with that. And to also say, oh, well, you know, we don't expose anything before you let us know or before it's on the show. That's a lie as well. Tisha was the first one to sit at that table and bring up them BMWs. Like, it's just how we literally forget stuff. Like, we literally forget stuff. She didn't attack their marriage. You notice I didn't give that comment any much attention, honey. I appreciate you for that, Aunt Nettie. You and Millie Chung friend was the MVP on yesterday. Oh, yeah. Listen, y'all, I was also on the phone. You know, taking care of some stuff too. Chef the Scots knew about it a year before Carson. Could be, but I still think that that's Carson that they're talking about, and not. I don't think it's Destiny. I don't. I just do not. It's a lot of things that I believe that Destiny is capable of doing. I.e., they say she went off on Dustin last night, or call herself going off on Dustin last night, and all that other kind of stuff. But I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not giving Destiny that much credit. I'm not. I don't think it was Destiny. Exactly who are the boys who have seen these videos? It has to be the brothers. That big wide back silverback bitch brother of theirs came out here and literally said that he's seen that video. He said it at the on Instagram and on Facebook that he has seen that video. He said, I know what video Mel is talking about. And so according to him, he was still going with the narrative that it was another man instead of Martell. They had to think back. Right, because they still did tell her to stay out of it. They did tell Carson to stay out of it. And Carson said that out of her own mouth. Oh, because I don't have no name for that silverback bitch, Mark. I can't stand him. I cannot stand him.
So to me, all them Scott brothers and friends, because what's his name? He ain't their brother, that's their friend. I believe he's seen it too. Yeah, y'all call him Basement Billy. I ain't calling him no Basement Billy. I call it silverback bitch boy. Him. A silverback bitch boy who can't accept the fact that this woman sat over here and really gave you, man, say I ain't even finna go down that way. Chef Marcel and Tisha knew before Carson said anything. They knew the year before Mel confirmed it. Couldn't be Carson. But and what he said was he just told them, he said they knew about it and he just told that person to stay out of it. And they specifically, Carson specifically said Tisha told her that they should stay out. I mean, that she should stay out of it. I just don't believe it was destiny. I don't believe it could be anybody else. I don't believe it was destiny. I just don't. I do not at all. I'm actually shocked that Carlos let her say all of that since it's an ongoing legal matter. Oh, he don't care. Martell convinced all of them, including Carlucifer, that it was another man, and they all ran with the narrative. Right. And if he's saying that it was a rumor at the time, I don't think it was destiny. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't see Destiny going and asking them what to do with the video if she had it. I don't see Destiny going to Marcel and Tisha to be like, hey, here's this video over here. You should know. I don't believe that. I don't. I don't believe that. Did the boys view the video on their respective phones or on Martell's? I mean, that wasn't clear. Tisha just said he'd go around showing his phone. I also think they sent Basement Billy to go after Miss Van. I don't believe Destiny would have come to the Scotts about. I don't either. I don't believe that she would. Oh, hey, I got this video that Martell had this video of Mel. It just doesn't make sense to me that it would be Destiny. It doesn't. It doesn't to me at all. They are all complicit. I do agree with that. Marcel lying, that's why it doesn't make sense. And I can believe that too. I don't feel like Destiny would call the Scotts or tell the Scotts, hey, my brother, Martell, he got this video out here about Melody and y'all, what y'all think I should do about it? I don't see that. I can't see that. I just cannot. I can't see that. In my opinion, if Destiny had the video, she would have been put it out there. I don't think it was Destiny, but she did see the video for sure. Marshall just said he knew a year before, but didn't specify what year it was. He did, yeah. He didn't specify what year it was, and he said that on Facebook too. We knew a year in advance. And my thing is this too. Y'all knew a year in advance, but what you're trying to say in that video is that you're trying to make it seem like it won't that big of a deal, but it is. In my opinion, I think Dustmite was talking to the Scotts about the RP video, and Marceau, being all knowing as he is, he told her not to do anything about that info. That's how I came up with Dustmite. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it being Destiny, doing that. Because if that was the case, then that means you knew at the time. If it was Destiny, then that means you knew at the time that it wasn't a rumor. So then that still contradicts. And I'm just saying, if y'all think it's Destiny, that would still contradict everything that he's saying. I believe they knew about it when Carlos said something on the reunion.
Could be. Hey, Bama girl. Hey, everybody. So, like, where linebackers really dudes and not large women really got me questioning everything. Nah, that girl said, Chris Bush, that girl said in that interview, she was talking about big, ugly. I'm just using her words. She said big, ugly women is what she said. I think Dusty found out after. I do too. I honestly think, and I'm going to just say this, and some of y'all may not agree with me, but I don't believe that based on where Mel and Martell were, especially like when this Madani situation happened, where all of this other stuff happened, I just don't see Destiny being the one that Marcel's talking about. I don't. I really don't. I mean, Destiny was the same woman who went to Sunny with a list of names of people who can tell her who Melody slept with. I mean, I'm not putting nothing past Destiny. I'm just saying I don't see Destiny. And I also don't see the Scots telling Destiny, like, girl, stay out of this. No, if you want to be in it, girl, be in it. Right? I don't know. I just don't believe it was Destiny. I believe Choo Choo wrote a hot check their ass can't cash. Martell tried to put it out there on that second reunion when Martell was talking about fellatio on another man. Absolutely. And he said multiple times that he had the video. He said, I got the video. So I don't know. I think I don't see it being Destiny. I mean, I know, and y'all are rightfully so to have your opinion on it. I don't believe it was Destiny per se. I believe it was Carson. I do. I believe it was Carson because Carson did say that they told her to stay out of it. That teacher told her to stay out of it. So that's why I believe that. Yeah, and she wasn't really that close to Martell. Come on now. And the only reason why her and Martell are close now is because of their hatred for Melody. This is Carlos. I feel I recall the reunion Atlanta Housewives portion of Candy. Ooh, how could you leave Phaedra out of there? I thought it was already established. No, he didn't never specify who it was. So really at this point, we just kind of guessing who we think it is. And if they come out and say it's somebody totally different, but we just but again, I think it was Carson. Hold on, let's see. Tisha told it all, and Marceau was trying to stop her. When? Because Marceau doubled down on threads about what Tisha said on that podcast. I thought it was already established that Carson Blue went to the Scots about the video. I mean, we know that, you know what I'm saying, but I think people are still just trying to guess who the girl is that he said in the thing. Hello, good day. Sorry for your loss. Now I understand what you're saying. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. At Destiny's event, Tisha was telling it all. Oh, that's what you was talking about. Got it. Letitia went with her. Oh, Lord have mercy. Chef, are you going to recap Carson's video? Child, I might as well. But it'll probably have to be after this weekend, y'all. Destiny also close to Martell because he's her connect to the show and some RHOA celebrities. Oh, I see what you're saying. I got you. I'm about to say, huh? But I see what you said. I had to reread that in my head again. It was Carson, in my opinion. That's why they said don't worry about it, which sounds like someone that's already aware. I agree. What the Scots are missing is that this is a crime. Knowing about and seeing if they saw it, a photo or video of a non-consenting person is a crime in most jurisdictions. If Destiny believing it would validate Martell's narrative because they were friends, no one would tell her not to get involved. Yeah, I can agree with that. On another topic, this is going to be an epic weekend in Atlanta. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. It's needed. I want to say again, I really do appreciate all of you guys for the love and the concern. In case if you guys missed it, if you care to know, I opened this up pretty much. I had got emotional. The guy who killed my sister was sentenced yesterday to 7 years in prison with the possibility of parole. And I want to ensure you all is that I will never miss a parole hearing. I don't care how much these people say I beg. If I need to get to these parole hearings, I'm going to get there because I'm going to continue to fight for my sister. She left behind 2 beautiful boys, actually. One is nonverbal, and he hold on one second, y'all. Oh God. Hold on one second. Okay, so okay, sorry about that, y'all. So he was sentenced to 7 years in prison with the possibility of parole. And again, my sister had left behind two boys, and one of them is nonverbal. He is literally my heart. And some of you guys were wanting to bless him for the holidays, and I want to say thank you guys so much because it means the world to us. This is it's new for all of us because I don't mind saying this. When it happened, after it happened, he was with his dad, and unfortunately, y'all, his dad don't want him. His dad don't want him, and it's because he's nonverbal and because he has an ability. His dad did not want to take care of him. And I was asked, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure he's great, make sure that he's good because he is my heart. He's definitely my heart. And I'm angry. I'm frustrated. I'm upset that this man got 7 fucking years in federal prison. I'm upset. I am furious. I'm pissed. And I'm going to remain pissed. Okay, because I don't deal well with cowards, and I don't deal well with people who just I'm telling y'all now, I'm not okay with this. I'm just not. So I had to get it off of my chest. I had to get it out. And I appreciate you all for the prayers. I appreciate you all for listening. I appreciate you all for everything that you've done. Thank you guys so much. Let me thank you guys for the cash apps that you guys have sent. Hold on. Okay, first of all, I want to thank Miss DA for your cash app. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so very much. I'm just gonna say, Miss CL, thank you so much for your blessing for my nephew. I really do appreciate it. Miss TM, thank you so much for your cash app. I greatly appreciate it as well. And as I'm thanking y'all, I'm hitting the, you know, what you call it, the little heart button. Miss DV, thank you so much for your cash app. I greatly appreciate it. To Miss DM, thank you so much for your cash app. I greatly appreciate it. I just had to say initials because I don't want to say y'all's name out loud. Oh, Miss Bama girl, thank you so much again for your cash app. I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it. Again, thank y'all so much for the support. My cash app, I'm gonna put it in the chat, or actually I'll just put it on the screen. There it is on the screen. Y'all, I don't know if I'm honest with y'all. I have really gotten really close to my nephew, so me being gone while I'm away in Atlanta, that's gonna be hard for me. It's gonna be hard for me. But I know my brothers are gonna make sure that he's good. I know that my adult niece, I know that she's gonna make sure that they're taken care of. I'm just gonna say this real quick. I think the hardest thing for me, and I'll just have to keep saying shout out to Queen Sheba, because Queen Sheba had a live not too long ago where she discussed the abilities, you know, being on the spectrum and having an ability. And a lot of people did not know that this is what I was dealing with behind closed doors. So I felt like that live stream, though she didn't anticipate it being like that, I felt like it was such a blessing because, again, it was on time. It was on time. I'm learning his triggers. I'm learning things that he loves. I'm learning things that he does not like. He is also a person, if he sees me get frustrated and flustered and my voice elevates, he does not like that whatsoever. And I'm learning that about him, which is why sometimes y'all like hear me be like, I can't say what I want to say. I can't do what I want to do, because I know that he don't like it. He don't like it. He does not like it. Another thing that I'm noticing that he doesn't really like doing is he doesn't like taking pictures. And for anyone who asks, he's 13, or he's 14, he just turned 14. If anyone asks, like, I'm definitely learning his triggers, and this is it's a process, y'all. It's a process. I've had so many sleepless nights and so many frustrating moments where I'm just like bawling because I'm like, I don't know what to do, and I just want to make sure that he's good. But I also noticed that he don't like taking pictures with everybody. He do not like taking pictures with everybody. It was when on Thanksgiving they wasn't having it. They won't have it. So. Again, I appreciate y'all. I really do, and we're gonna make sure that he's good. And so again, I just want to thank Queen Sheba for that because it was very it was needed. It was absolutely needed. It was absolutely needed. But I will also say too, how is he around the fur babies? Such a good question. So the two oldest ones, they don't really fool with him much, but DJ, you know, child, he like everybody. He like everybody. So, you know, he has been, you know, he likes DJ, but the other two,
They kind of standoffish from him. I just think with time he'll get better. The video. Thank you so much, Baby Peaches, for your Cash App. I greatly appreciate it. So yeah, you know, it's a learning curve because you don't know everything and you're learning as you go. And so I commend anyone who has a child that is on the spectrum or has an ability. I like that so much better. I like having an ability so much better. That young man that said that on Queen Sheba's page, I like that so much better because I do feel like he has an ability. He's so smart. He's so smart. When I say smart, he's smart. He is so smart. And you know, but again, he's nonverbal, and I just love him to pieces. So again, I appreciate y'all for the blessings. We're gonna make sure that he has the most wonderful Christmas ever. This is his first Christmas without his mom, so you know. Yeah, I'm gonna put it up. And again, y'all, it might not be until I get back from Atlanta that I can do that, but I will definitely get the Amazon wish list up so that we can make sure we get some things for him. And again, I appreciate you guys so much. Please, please, please make sure that you guys hit that like button on this video. Thank you again. I really feel like a lot of you are sincere, and I appreciate you. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, and he has this car that he carries as well, like a hot. It's not a Hot Wheel because I think Hot Wheels is little, ain't it? Maybe it is a hot. I don't know if it's a Hot Wheel or not, but it's like a bigger car that he can put in his hand, and he keeps that around him and stuff like that. So things that he can, you know, really do things with. You know, he's always playing with it and stuff like that. So again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Miss LD or LD. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for your Cash App. I greatly appreciate it. Again, I appreciate y'all for the love. I do. All right, so I'm gonna go, guys. Again, if you have not gotten your ticket to the brunch, I really want to sell all those tickets. That would just really make my weekend if we sell out of those tickets. Also, meet and greet tickets are $25. I hope to see you all there. Light bites and great things for us to do. Fun, laughter, all of the 9 yards, and I'm excited. Okay. Again, guys, I will talk to you guys later. And again, thank you so much for the prayers and love. And I'm sure we'll go over another interview sometime soon. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. And if y'all gonna be in Atlanta, please do not let this weekend go by without me locking eyes with you. Don't do that. Let's have a good time. Let's lock eyes and all of the things. Okay. All right. I appreciate y'all. Patrons and members only. We will have a conversation later on today. Other than that, I appreciate y'all, and y'all have a great day. All right. Bye.